Hello everyone, my name is Juliana Mesa and I am a study abroad advisor at the Center for Global and Intercultural Study, or CGIS. I am here today to talk to you about the Spanish taught programs in Spain and Latin America. So let's get started. So I'm mainly going to be talking about our winter 2026 programming. For the winter 2026, we have 4 programs that are available for Spanish major and minor students to fulfill their Spanish major and minor requirements abroad. Please be aware that the courses that you would be taking on these programs are taught in Spanish only. There's no English taught courses on these programs. The Department of Romance Languages and Literatures has already pre-approved 4 CGIS programs: the Advanced Spanish and Culture in Granada, Advanced Spanish and Culture in Madrid, Advanced Spanish in Buenos Aires, and Liberal Arts in Santiago de Chile. I will be talking a little bit more about each of these programs, but please be aware that all of them have 300 and 400 level courses available. The number of credits may vary, and I'll talk a little bit about that in the next few slides. You can find these links in this presentation. If you sign up for this session, you should receive this presentation. Otherwise, you can go to the CGIS website and under the section for undergraduate students, you can search the programs by major and then look at the section for Romance languages and literatures. And then there's an accordion for Spanish programs. So please go there and check those out. Later in this presentation, I will also show the links for you to go to and schedule an appointment with me. So I know that an important thing is the decision making. Which program would be the best fit for you, and what are the things to consider? Based on what students have mentioned in the past, we have come up with these 5 factors that you want to consider all of them or prioritize some of them. So these are the academic and campus plans, cost, identity, on-site support, and professional goals. For academics and campus plans, again, I would like to mention that these 4 programs that I'll be talking about today are pre-approved by the Spanish department, so the Romance Languages and Literatures department, for you to fulfill your Spanish major or minor credits. So that is something that it's important. If it's important in your decision making, and if you're willing to complete many of your requirements for Spanish, these programs will be a great option for you. We also post on each program brochure the budget sheets for the program, where you get to find out what are the general costs, like program fee, considerations when it comes to booking your flights, whether or not housing is included in the program fee. For these 4 programs, let me tell you, housing is included in the program fee, and other considerations like local transportation, books and supply, and such. I highly encourage you to check those out, the budget sheets that are posted on HM Campus brochure. Identity is another important factor, checking out what would be a good location for you, depending on the country that you're visiting, how they perceive different identities, and how your own identities will be perceived while you are abroad. On-site support, all 4 programs are offered by a provider on site. This provider will coordinate all of the logistics, including some of the courses that you will be taking. You will be doing course registration through them, and they will also be in charge of your housing accommodations. They will be coordinating cultural activities and even excursions for you, depending on the program. So if this is relevant to you, then that's something you may want to check out on the brochures as well. And professional goals. Many of these programs, I would like to mention, offer internship or volunteering options that could help you develop additional skills beyond just taking your courses at the center with the provider or at the local university. So you can work with local NGOs, you can work at a school, assisting in an instructor in teaching English as a second language. You can volunteer at startups or NGOs and other organizations. So please have this in mind. Okay, so a few things to know about these 4 programs. First is the type. So For most of them, these are considered provider-led programs. That is for Madrid, Buenos Aires, and Santiago de Chile. In this case, it means that the programs are standard programs offered by a third party, and there's no modification to what the program offering with the provider. A separate case is that of Granada. So Advanced Language and Culture, or Spanish and Culture in Granada, is a customized program. This means that you will have a UN faculty member going abroad with you and teaching 2 courses on the program. Students, depending on how many students go in the program, may be able to take one of the 2 courses or maybe both, again, depending on the number of students in the program. For the programs in Spain and the program in Buenos Aires, the prerequisite to go abroad is to have taken Spanish 277 or Spanish 278 or any of the equivalents. Like, for example, RC line 324. So once you complete these courses, you would be eligible to go on the program. If you're taking these courses in the fall, you would still be eligible to apply by the application deadline, which for Granada and Madrid, the application deadline is going to be August 5th, by the way, and for Buenos Aires and Santiago, the application deadline is going to be September 15th. But you can be taking the course in the fall. In that case, if you are admitted in the program, your acceptance will be conditional, so something to be aware of. For liberal arts in Chile, the level is a little bit more advanced. You need to have taken 2 300-level Spanish courses prior to going abroad. So again, if you just recently took or are currently taking Spanish 277 this term and then plan on taking 2 300-level courses in the fall, then you would be eligible on going to go in the program in winter 2026. Okay, so let's get started with Advanced Spanish and Culture in Granada. So some basics about this program is that it is only taught in the winter semester. And as I mentioned in the previous slide, there is a young faculty member going abroad with you. The faculty member that will be teaching in winter 2026 is Professor Cristina Moreiras Menor. She will be teaching 2 courses. One is Identities in Tension, Peripheral Nationalism in Contemporary Spain, and the other one is Pedro Almodóvar and the Spanish Transition to Democracy, Cinema and Cultural Change. Both courses, or each course, is 3 credits, and each of them is equivalent to the 400 literature requirement or course in Romance Languages and Literatures, or for the Spanish major minor. This program is offered by our provider, IES Abroad. They are in charge of coordinating all of the logistics on site. That being said, I would like to emphasize that, especially if you visit this link here, that the brochure created by IES Abroad is for their standard program. And it's important to be aware that CGIS offers a customized program because, again, we have a UN faculty member going abroad with you. So you should only rely on the information, mainly rely on the information that is provided on our M-Compass brochure. Students going on this program take 16 credits, and I'll be talking about the course breakdown of this program in a second. Housing options are either homestay or residence hall. You would have to choose between one of the 2. The provider does take into consideration, and this applies to this program and all other programs, they take into consideration your preference, but depending on availability, it may be one or the other. Instruction is only in Spanish. I cannot emphasize that enough. And then students do have to enroll in either a local university class or do an internship. One student who went on this program in the past has said that I think this is kind of a smaller cohort. I think that this kind of smaller cohort and smaller staff has really supported me, and I'm experiencing everything that the city and the school has to offer. And I've just felt so supported and has had such a strong community. So now let's talk a little bit about academics, because I know that's a big part of your decision making. So on this program, students have to take 5 courses, a total of 16 credits. The reason why those are 16 and not 15 is because one of the courses is 4 credits. So that's the Spanish language class. Everybody has to take that class. You will be taking a placement exam prior to going abroad and will be assigned to one of the to the appropriate level. You will be doing at least one UM faculty-led course. As I mentioned before, it is a 3-credit course. This course, if there's enough spots available, you may be able to take both courses. If not, you would only be taking one. So just so you're aware, this program can take up to 36 students in each class. Each UM class can fit up to 18 UM students. That's why it's a total of 36. So if all 36 students are going, you will only be taking one of the 2 courses. If, let's say, 28 students are going, you may have better chances of enrolling not just in one, but in both UM courses. There's also the IES area study courses. At least one is required. Depending on how many UM courses you are taking, you may only need to take one. If you only take one UM course, then you should be taking 2 IES area study courses. Each course is 3 credits, and there's a variety of options that range from Spanish language, history, culture, art of history, history of art, and other areas. You can find the list of courses on the IES website by going to this link here. And finally, the other requirement on this program that everybody has to take is a local immersion course. This course is required. Everybody has to take it. There's no way to waive that. You either take a class at the local university, which is 3 credits, or you do an internship placement and you have to do a seminar in conjunction with that internship placement. As I said earlier, applications are due on August 5th. For the application, students are required to submit a Spanish language recommendation, which is a short questionnaire, and this needs to be in by the CGIS deadline. So please, if you are considering applying to this program, I highly encourage you to start your application before the end of this winter term so that you can request that recommendation from your Spanish instructor sooner rather than later. Sometimes UM faculty members go on break in the summertime or have other research or work plans and are not as available to reply to your email about a recommendation, but always better to request that before the end of the term. The current term, that is. I am so glad, this is a quote from a student, I am so glad that I chose Granada for study abroad. The size of the city is so perfect, and I feel like if the city was any bigger, like Madrid, it would be a completely different experience. I am also really loving my internship in a nursing home. Okay, so now let's transition to Madrid. For advanced Spanish and culture in Madrid, students can go either in the fall, winter, or for the full academic year. Remember that right now applications are open for winter 2026. The provider is called IES Abroad, so it's the same provider that we have in Granada, but in this case, the program in Madrid is the standard program that is offered by the provider. It is not customized in this specific case. Students have to submit both the M-Campus, so the CGIS application, by the CGIS deadline, which is August 5th, as well as part 1 of the IES application. It is very important for students to work on their IES application in a timely manner in order to be considered for this program. Similar to Granada, on this program, students take 5 courses, a total of 16 credits. The big difference is that you will not be taking a class with a UM faculty member, but other than that, you're taking the Spanish language course that is a total of 4 credits that is required, and you will take a placement exam to be placed into that course. And there's a variety of IES area study courses. You have to take between 2 or 3 of those. Each course is 3 credits, and there's a variety of selection at the 300 or 400 level. Local immersion course is either doing a class at the local university, Universidad Complutense de Madrid, or you will be doing an internship through the IES provider. And on top of that, it has to be connected to the internship seminar. That's how you get credit for this course. The local immersion course, both in Granada and Madrid, is equivalent to the 400 level, and the Spanish language course is equivalent to the upper 200 level. For the IES area study courses, again, both in Granada and Madrid. There's a variety of 300 and 400 level courses. Those are the course approvals and equivalencies are given to you by the Department of Romance Languages and Literatures, not by CGIS, and that's communicated after you've been admitted to the program. But if you have any questions about the course breakdown and how to select how things go with that, please feel free to reach out to me or Romance Languages. For housing, you have three options. There's the apartment, residence hall, and homestay. The residence hall and homestay are included in the program fee. For the apartment, you have to pay an additional fee. And then all of the classes, similar to Granada, are taught in Spanish. Some IAS courses that students have taken in the past are Women in Spanish History, Spain and the European Union, International Security and Geopolitics, and History of Spain Architecture or Spanish Architecture. Okay, so now a little bit about our programs in Latin America. Let's start with Advanced Spanish in Buenos Aires. This program is offered either in the fall or winter. And again, right now applications are open for winter 2026. The provider for this program is IFSA Butler. Students going on this program take between 15 to 16 credits. You have to take at least one class with the provider. Most of those courses are 3-credit courses and are equivalent to the 300 level. And then students have to take at least one class at one of the partner universities. IFSA has partnership with Universidad El Salvador, Universidad Torcuato Di Tella, and Universidad de Buenos Aires. So you can choose between one of the three. Technically, you could take classes at all three, but some students in the past have mentioned that that's incredibly difficult. We recommend for you to stick to one university only. Credits at the local university vary. For the most part, most courses are 4+ credits. You may be able to find some 3-credit courses, but that's a little bit rare. So it's important for you to be aware about the credits. If you have questions about that, please reach out to me and I can break it down a little bit better. And these courses at the local universities are equivalent to the 400 level. Students going on this program can choose between the homestay and apartment option. The apartment requires an additional fee on top of the program fee. And there are also internships and experiential learning options available on this program. One important note about the program in Buenos Aires, Argentina's academic year is different than that in the US. So because their seasons are the opposite to ours because they're in the global south. That means that their classes in what we consider a winter term start a little bit later. So for winter 2026, classes will start in late February and will go all the way through late June or early July. So please be aware of that. If program dates or finishing the program by May because you need to be here for an internship in June is important in your decision making, then maybe you'd like to opt for the programs in Spain. A few highlighted courses on this program are Argentina and Human Rights, Contemporary Film and Media in Latin America, Globalization and Economic Challenges in Latin America. This program is due a little bit later, so the deadline is September 15th, so please take that into consideration. For liberal arts in Chile, applications are also open for winter 2026 right now. This program, you can go either in the fall or winter, so if you decide that winter 2026 is too close and prefer to wait until next year, that's totally fine. This program is offered by our provider CIE, and students going on the program can take 15 to 18 credits. You have to take at least one class through the provider CIE. They offer a few elective courses, but not many. These are 3-credit courses, and they usually come back for Spanish major and minor at the 300 level. And then students enroll in at least one local university. You either take classes at Universidad de Chile, Pontificia Universidad Católica de Chile, or Universidad Diego Portales. Again, same recommendation, you may want to just enroll in one of the 3 universities, not all 3. The housing options are either homestay or residence hall. and internships and community service are available through the provider. Some courses that students have taken in the past are Latin American Indigenous Poetry, Latin American Documentary, Mapuche Art, Culture and Aesthetics, Political and Economic Development of Latin America. Please know that applications are due on September 15th for this program. So for those of you Spanish major minors who are planning on fulfilling your requirements for this major minor abroad, you may be able to complete either about half of your major requirements or almost all of your minor requirements, since in most programs you're taking 5 or 4 courses. So please be aware of this. Plan accordingly. Talk to your Spanish faculty advisor to know if this is a good option for you, how many courses you should take before going abroad, how many courses you would have to take after coming back. So it's important to note something is that as an LSA student, LSA students going on a CGIS program get in-residence credit. That means you'll get a letter grade for your courses and it will transfer over and it will show up in your transcript as such, as a letter grade. However, course approvals and equivalencies are granted by your department advisor for your major minor requirements or your general academic advisor for your distribution requirements. So again, having the conversation with your Spanish faculty advisor, even if these 4 programs are already pre-approved for your Spanish degree, it's very important. And also, if you'd like to get dual credit or on another major, or if you want to get dual credit or just credit for your distribution requirements, you could do so. In that case, make sure to talk to your general academic advisor or your other department advisor to make sure it is a good fit. You can go visit the Romance Languages and Literatures website to go to this link, and you'll find more information about the Spanish major and minor requirements, as well as how to schedule an appointment with an RLL advisor. For those students who are eligible for financial aid, you may reach out to the Office of Financial Aid to request an estimate. The budget sheets for the programs are posted on the program brochures. I can show you that in a moment. And then you can use that budget sheet, and using this link here, you can fill out the estimate and request it from financial aid by emailing them at finaid.abroad@umich.edu. The actual application for financial aid is after you've been admitted to the program. That being said, we highly encourage you to request the estimate at an earlier date before the application, as soon as the budget sheet is available and before the application due date. And then for those students who are eligible for financial aid, you will also be eligible to apply for the LSA Study Abroad Scholarship. Applications for this scholarship are currently open and close on September 22nd, so please don't forget to apply. You can just go to this link or directly to the LSA Scholarship Office website to learn more about it. If you'd like to get an estimate from them or want to check on your eligibility, you can always reach out to the LSA Scholarship Office at lsa.umich.edu. You could also explore other scholarship opportunities by going to the CGIS website and exploring more options by clicking on this link. So I'm going to open that just to show you. So you go to CGIS website, undergraduate students, and then you scroll down and see more scholarship options. So you can check this spreadsheet where you can see a variety of scholarships that are either need or merit-based or both. So please make sure to read that carefully. There are scholarships that are available to you. If you are a Spanish major minor student, you can go to this link to learn more about it. Finally, this is the link to, these are the links to the CGIS website. Part of the CGIS website, I already showed it to you, but just so you know, you can go here. Again, undergraduate students, you can learn more about advising, financial aid, exploring CGIS programs, and so on. For advising, if you'd like to schedule an appointment with me, you can go to the advising page, scroll down, and there's going to be the button to schedule an appointment. You just need to select me as your advisor. As a reminder, I'm the advisor for the Spanish taught programs in Spain and Latin America, and I also have the programs in Brazil in my portfolio. just FYI in case you're interested in that option as well. And then for mCompass, you can always go to the mCompass page to check out our brochures and learn more about the programming options. You can search the programs, so please do that. Or if you go back to the CGIS website, you can explore the programs by major and find out what are the programs that are available that I just talked about and are available for Romance language students. So you go here, Romance languages, and then you'll see the list of programs that are approved. So for example, if we click on the brochure for Granada, you'll get to see the application. I highly encourage you to check out each of these tabs before you start your application, making sure you familiarize yourself with the program and the different characteristics of the program. Check out the eligibility criteria, the application process. The program in Granada only requires you to submit this application, the mCompass application. This is mCompass again. So only this one, but for other programs like the one in Madrid, you have to submit 2 applications, both of which are due by the CGIS deadline. So there's 2 of them. So please pay close attention to all those details, the academics, finances. This is where you will find the budget sheet for winter 2026. It is not available yet, should be available sometime in June or July. And the program dates as well will be posted here. They're not available yet, but should be available within the next month or so. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time. Again, please schedule an appointment with me if you have any questions, or you could always email me directly. Have a great day.